Alright, so I strung up this guitar. Um, I'll just go over a few things before. Remember, I had the fret buzz up in here, so we wanted to get rid of that fret buzz. So I leveled and dressed the frets. I restrung it. Nice and I checked the nut height out, which I go over in a different video. Um, nut height's really important. It's one of those reasons why things would buzz. You don't want it to be too high. I tightened the truss rod. This has one of those truss rods you got to tighten the neck before. The truss rod adjustment's right here, so you have to take the neck off. That's the only way to do it. So I don't want to go through a video of that because that goes on and on and on. But at this point I've adjusted, I strung it up and I tuned it. And I did the truss rod, so I'll just show you the real quick way. It's like, find it where it joins the body here. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Put there, and then I go up here, and then I just hear that noise? That means it's passing over the frets. If it did this, it'd be no good. If it did this, it'd be really bad. So you put it here, and then you reach your finger, just check. So I can get this in the video. So I know that I got enough relief. Basically, I just want to make sure it passes over. We talked about radius. When I was at Ibanez years ago, we used a ruler at the 14th fret, and we would check it at 1.5 or 2.0 and 1.5. If you ever use one of these, you got to make sure you're not rocking it this way or this way. It's got to be dead on. So I don't really do it because I play by feel, but it's good to start. So we'll get 1.5, and this is a little under 2, which is good. I talked about this. Each guitar has a radius on the fingerboard, so on some bridges you can't adjust it, but on this one you can adjust the height here. So we got some visuals here. But anyway, that's like a radius. So you want to follow the radius. We talked about this radius here, which is this area. And then you want it to be like that. Look at that. Visuals. Ooh. Now, so you see the strings, I want to follow that radius. So that's pretty simple to figure out. Seeing it isn't easy because each string's a different thickness and you can't always get under it. I talk about tools. It's good to have a set of these around because you never know what you're going to run into. So I have metric of these, and if you can get them with the ball tips on them, they're actually better. It's good. And then I also have one of these in both metric and English. The Strat is like a .005 wrench, and it's not something you just have around. So what we want to do is we want to follow that radius. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down here. I mean, you could, like, they make tools that you can come up underneath, and like they're all like, I don't know, they work, they're fine, but that's for like people that don't know what don't have experience. You could like put this on top of here, and you can see it follows it. So what you want to do, I use my eyes, which aren't that good anymore. I got these new glasses that have a, which one called in there? And I look down here, and I'm going to start with this string and this string, and then I want to build up to that radius there to get it. So basically I already did it, but you would adjust this one and then you bring it in, and you bring this one comes up a little bit, this one comes up a little bit, this one matches this one, but because it's a different thickness string, you gotta keep an eye out for that. Then down, and then your high string. So, but remember I had all that buzz up there, so the best way to check it is obviously to play it. So all that noise is gone that I had before. My fret rocker, I ain't getting no noise at all. All my frets are even. So I'm not getting any, remember I was picking up that buzz down there. And I couldn't find a pick, but somebody had one in a bag. So, and then yeah, when you set up a guitar, it's good just to play it. I mean, you can feel it. You can tell if I almost close my eyes. You can feel if something, if the string doesn't feel like it's where it's supposed to be. It's a hard thing to describe. It takes time. Sometimes you got to raise one a little bit or that. But the other problem with these things, like this one here, these Strat pickups, they have this, they call stratitis. Like if the pickup's too high, the magnet actually pulls on it because it's magnetic, and it's obviously the string is steel. It pulls on it. So they have a thing on the G string. The pull piece is like really high on the G string. Because they used to be wound. The old days they were wound strings. Now they're not wound anymore. So they should correct this, but whatever. I think it's too high. So what happens is, sometimes it'll suck it, and you'll get this like they call stratitis, which is like an out of phase, where it's sucking on the string. So every time you hit the string, it grabs it and pulls it, and then shakes it basically out of the proper hertz it's in, and then eventually it comes back in. So this guitar, this is the area he was complaining about. Where's my pinky? Where's my pinky? Okay, there you go. So that's a quick explanation on that. So yeah, this one's ready to go. It's gonna clean it up, get all this crap off of here, and then he'll come get it, and hopefully he'll be happy. No distortion. All right.